What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are out at Indian Meadows Disc Golf Course. It's a brand new course that's still actually in progress. There's only 10 holes. On Black Friday, I ordered 2 of the Discraft mystery 10-pack Misprint with shoulder bag combos. So here we go. Gonna start with the disc in the front, work my way through 10 holes, 1 disc per hole. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Hole 1 is a 386 foot par 3 that plays from the tee pad at that frame you can just see on the ground right there, out, across, into the field, into that basket right there. Looks like there's a sticker, towel, and Ultra Star, a few stickers, an Ultra Star Mini, and it looks like a towel in there. The very front, first disc, it looks like we have a Misprint multi-stamped Scorch. So actually not a bad pick for this hole, and actually a disc that I really love to throw. Oh, that flipped more than I thought, but it did avoid the baseball field. Looks like it's going to be a pitch up from there. So here's where I am. Basket's up there. Here is what this actually says is multifunctional seamless wear. So this looks like it's like a head wrap slash scarf, not a towel. But basically I was just trying to get the Mini out. Looks like we have a little Ultra Star Mini and actually a Can Topper Mini was also hidden in between these two. I've actually been wanting one of these, so pretty glad to get it. But here's where we're gonna play from. I was kind of actually expecting to get a little bit more turn on that. That's gonna be a pretty tough putt, putting with a distance driver. Just try to save the par. Put that one away for the bogey on hole 1. But Tour Series Misprint Scorch is done. Hole 2 is listed as a 416 foot par 3 from the tee pad at the bottom of the screen to that basket out there in the field. And for hole 2, the mystery disc. Oof. Charlotte Amateur Championship. It's a buzz. So, not necessarily a disc that I'm gonna want on what I think might be the longest hole on the course, but hey, that's how it happens. Kind of stumbled in my run up a little bit. I actually liked the shot. Bad shot. Just released that on so much hyzer. Never really had a chance to get there. Looks like bid from circle 2 though. So clean up the bogey on hole 2 with crazy stamp buzz. Hole 3 is a 250 foot par 3 that plays from the tee pad at the lower right of the screen to the basket. You can just see the red and the pole on the other side of the trees out there that you want to go around. Let's see what our mystery disc for hole 3 is. This hopefully is going to be the best disc for the hole in the bag. We've got a double stamp ESP Captain's Raptor. Definitely looks like it's a forehand hole. So far the mystery discs have not been the kindest to us, but yep, 173, 174 double stamped Captain's Raptor. Now if only I would have thrown it on the outside of the trees on Anheuser like I intended to. Boy, this is where we ended up. Not the best shot. Kind of tried to give that a little bit of a run. Tried to stay a little safe on it too. At least we have a par putt. Actually ended up, even though I hit this stuff, ended up going a little deeper than I thought I did. But able to at least make the putt and save the par. Hole 4 is a 325 foot par 3 that plays from the tee pad at the bottom of the screen up the hill. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the fairway looks like, but this seems to be the most confusing hole I've ever seen, as the basket is way back there. You can see the red behind all the trees. So yeah, that is the hole. So our hole 4 mystery disc is a Dark Horse doubles Zone OS in some kind of jawbreaker plastic, it feels like. 167 to 169 Zone OS. So, I mean, I do need to go that way, but I don't know what I'm throwing at. Definitely doesn't seem to fly like any of the other Zone OSs I've thrown. I thought that to be real overstable. So I was kind of trying to chop forehand that. Just bad throw. So the basket is still way up there. I guess I can kind of see some semblance of a fairway up here. Yeah, the basket's still over there. I mean, I think realistically, this is where you want your drive to end, and then you're just playing pitch up and putt to take your par. Not always the worst. I mean, I don't think every hole needs to be birdieable, but this hole is definitely a little confusing. We're right here. Basket's still up there. I'm just gonna try to pitch this up and tap it in for what I think is a 5. Clean that one up, finish this hole. I really think it's a 5. Okay, so hole 5 is a 193 foot par 3. It plays from the tee pad at the bottom of the screen, up the fairway there, and then the basket, you can see the red between the trees, the top center of the screen. And our hole 5 mystery disc is a double stamped 6-time force. Honestly expected that to be a little bit more overstable. Trying not to throw it so hard uphill to just crash, but we'll see. So yeah, would have been nice if it would have got a little bit of overstability and crashed in front of the tree. Basket's still up there. It's maybe long edge of circle 2, bid for the birdie. Based on how my putting went with the scorch, don't know how I feel about putting with the force, but we'll see. I mean, honestly, I'm not upset about that bid at all. It was maybe halfway there and I still thought it had a chance. Put that away for the par on hole 5. All right, so hole 6 is a 365-foot par 3 from the tee pad at the lower left of the screen to that basket in the woods right there. Our mystery disc for hole 6 is a white double stamped, double money stamped ESP Nuke. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to throw this because it's so pristine. I'd love to dye it, but it's how the challenge goes, right? I think I actually would have really liked that shot if I would have actually put some anhyzer on it and kind of threw it over the road. So realistically, I think I would have preferred to forehand that. Just really trying to work a little bit more on backhand right now. Obviously, over there is where you want to be. You kind of wanted to go in the entrance of the woods, but we're here, the basket's right there, and I'm gonna get stupid. I think I at least have a putt. So it's not a short putt, but it's at least a putt. You know, I think these trees right here will be in the way. Actually, I expected this to be worse. I don't know how that went in. Like, that somehow hit the band. I thought it was gonna skip a mile away. I can't wait to see that while I'm editing it from that vantage point. Because from where I was, that had no business going. Hole 7 is a 252-foot par 3. Placed from the tee pad at the bottom of the screen to that basket down at the bottom of the screen now, down the hill. Our hole 7 mystery disc, yep, is a ESP Flex Heat. I don't know why, but I expected so much turn on that, and it just held straight. I wanted that to nicely glide around that tree and drop right in there for a tap in so badly. So unfortunately, I need to make this to save par. So now, still needing this for the bogey. Definitely would say it's outside. least it got some backwards roll back towards the basket. All right, so hole 8 is a 244 foot par 3 from the tee pad at the lower right of the screen, through all those trees to the basket back there. Our mystery disc for hole 8 is a double stamped Big Z Undertaker. Kind of expected that to flip up and go straight through a really small gap. At least it's in the fairway. What's the worst that could happen? So here's what we have left for the bogey. Put that one away to kill the Undertaker with a bogey. Hole 9 is a 243 foot par 3 from the tee pad at the lower left of the screen, playing out to, I believe, the basket that you can just see behind all the trees there. Our hole 9 mystery box disc is a double stamp Tim Barnum Buzz SS. I'd like something that's gonna have a decent overstable finish here, I think, but I mean, at least this should hopefully go straight down the gap. Or straight into the tree and way off the fairway. I think I might like the angle from over there better anyway. So I was somewhat joking around when I said like maybe I'd like the line over here better anyway, but you could kind of tell that there was somewhat a line. Basket's still a little bit more to the right behind the trees that are down there, but there is still some semblance of a little bit of a second fairway. The only thing that's going to be a little bit of a problem is being right at this tree. If I could have got a little bit more flip up there and pushed a little bit further, it was actually essentially the shot I wanted, just a little bit more glide, which I thought I'd get with a little bit more turn, but you know, it is what it is. So that actually faded a lot more than I thought it did. I actually kind of thought it was still out in what's essentially the ATV trail over there, but you can still see the basket up there. I'm in the crap over here on the other side of this tree. Damn! I knew I just needed to avoid that tree, but I also didn't want to throw it into the huge tree there. So it was basically just push it as close to that tree as I could. This is probably close to the edge. I feel like it's just on the edge of the circle, actually. I'll throw it in a nice little four-wheeler mud hole around the basket. I'm gonna guess the ATV riders aren't too happy about there being a basket there. Hole 10 is a 177 foot par 3 from the tee straight ahead out to that basket between the trees. Our final mystery box disc. Once again, does not really seem like a misprint, but we have a Champions Cup Buzz. I gotta say, this might be the perfect color for this time of the year because this is legitimately the color of the ground. It's a perfect leaf swirl color. Might have a putt, maybe. Might also have a lost disc. It is that color. So unfortunately, still a little further away than I thought I was. Right here, circle 2. This is my last bid for getting a birdie. It'd be nice. Yeah, look at that. I think technically this does extend into my lie and it is dead and unattached, so I'm gonna move it out of my way. Try and get it a little bit out of the way for the next person. Clean up the par on hole 10 with the Buzz. All right, so that does it for the 10-hole mystery misprint box video at Indian Meadows disc golf course. Yep, so I played all 10 of the holes that are currently in. Shot a blistering 9 over par. Yeah. Blistering 9 over par with 4 pars. So that kind of does it for that. The shoulder bag, I'm not gonna lie, I might actually use this for like some quick, you know, mids and putters or type rounds like that. It's actually kind of nice. The whole pack on Black Friday, I believe, was like $54 or something like that for this, which actually I thought was a really decent deal. But I'll be interested to see what this course actually becomes, and look out for another video with the second one of these coming soon. Thank you.